Welcome to part 4 of Guerilla Fluff's Holiday Sew Along, featuring the Eau Juniper Waldorf baby pattern. And today we're going to start with assembling the body. So right now, the last time we left off, we were stuffing our body pieces, which included a pair of arms and a pair of legs. And we stitched together the body piece. As you can see, I have stuffed my arms to the stopping point that is featured on the pattern here, which is about 4 inches down from the top of the pattern. And to mark that, and you can tell here, if you can see, I marked it with my water-soluble pen, and when I finished stuffing, I just put a pen in there. Okay, and you'll also notice that I have slit a little hole in here, which we will use to attach this to the body. I didn't go all the way to the top, just a little hole right there. I got as close as I could, as I felt comfortable with getting to the fill line, the pin mark there, and I did it on both. And then I went over how to stuff the legs. There's a little leg. And I also filled it to the stopping point as indicated on the pattern. Here, stuff to here. And instead of using a quilting pin here, like I marked on the arms, I just tied it off with some worsted cotton yarn. So there's the whole leg, and tied it up like a sausage. It does kind of look like a sausage, huh? So get all your body pieces out that you have put together, hopefully all in the same place, including your head. This is from our previous part 2 tutorial, or part 1, brain fart. Anyway, and our body piece. This is what you're gonna need. So, quilting pins, hand sewing needle, craft string, scissors. I have 2 different kinds here. I have some thread scissors, smaller fabric scissors. And just in case, the water-soluble marker. Just in case. A lot of those things are just in cases. Just in case I need them. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your wonderful head here. Get your body piece and pop that head inside of the neck hole. You should have the neck hole and the 2 armholes here and here. I have this extra tail, so it makes it so much easier to pop it in there. Or not. Just go there. So now my headpiece is in here, like so. Don't worry, we're going to stitch that close later. Make sure the front of the head is faced where the exit, where there's the front of the body is. Because remember, we sewed the butt panel on and we left the front open because we're going to insert our legs through there. So front, back where the booty is. Now you're going to get one of your arms. It's important to note that when we're putting the arms, attaching the arms to the body, that they're going to go like this, like they're getting ready to give a kid a hug. Not up like this or down like that, but like that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take this side, got my finger in the armhole here, take this piece, pull it through the hole, and then you're gonna grab the little hole that you cut, this hole, see, grab the little hole that you cut in the arm, and you're going to slip it around the neck of your doll. I'll do the other one slower so you can see it better. So it's caught. All right, so the other side, I'll show you. In the body of the doll, get your hand, put your fingers through the hole from the inside. Make sure your arm is facing the right direction. And you're going to, with these two fingers, grab the excess fabric from the arm and pull it through the hole. I'm gonna flip this bad boy upside down so you can see it better. All right, I'm still holding it. I haven't pulled it all the way through yet. All right, pulled it through the hole, see? And now I'm gonna take this and bring it around the neck, like so. I'm gonna flip it out so I can see where the arm placement is. I may need to cut a little closer. There we go. And I'm going to basically pin it into place, but first let me stuff it. Oh, you're gonna need some wool stuffing. I am so sorry. I should have mentioned that too. Okay. Alrighty, so I'm not really liking how loose this is at the moment. So what I'm going to do, if I can get to it, is I'm going to actually, because I just did it with this other hand, I'm going to actually pull it tighter and tie wrap a little bit more of the worsted cotton yarn around it to make it sit tighter. Because as you can tell, on this side I haven't done that, and on this side I have. Like, look how much nicer it sits when I do it that way. This is the one that's tied with the worsted, where I just tightened, like pulled the wrap around a little tighter so it'll sit nicer, and wrapped around some cotton yarn. I didn't do it on this side, so it's a little floppier, which I don't think would matter that much in the end if you want a little floppier arm, but I don't. So I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other arm here. I don't know if you can see this. I'm trying to do it. Pull a little tighter. See, it's already not flapping around like a little wing. I want to cut a piece of, just a tiny piece of this yarn. Cutting with, that's not good. Cutting with my left hand, not good. Come on, there we go. Cut a little piece of yarn, and I'm just gonna wrap it to secure it in place. Oops. I don't have any technical difficulties first. There we go. Alright, I'm going to trim off this excess yarn and also this excess skin. You don't need that. Alright, honestly I don't even need all of this. Not going anywhere. All right, so from the inside, it looks like this. This is the neck. We wrapped the armholes around the neck to secure it into place. And to secure it even more, I pulled it tighter and wrapped a little yarn around it and knotted it so they sit a little nicer to make it easier to sew them, attach it to the body. I really don't need these pins anymore. Okay. Brought it to the outside. Why are you facing that way? There you go. Little guy. Trying to sit there and make this look nicer. Alright. Now I'm just going to pin. I'm just going to take a quilting pin here. And I'm just going to secure the skin to the arm for now temporarily, because we're about to stuff the body. Make sure the ends are turned in between 1/8 and 1/4 of an inch, depending on how much leeway you have. Because we're going to hand stitch our arms and our legs on using a ladder stitch. We'll get this bad boy on there. Okay. I have wool in my mouth. Goodness. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna flip the doll back on its head, and we are going to just stuff around the neck to stuff the body. Just stuff around it. Until it's the fullness that you like. I may have to go get some more wool, because I want a chubby baby. You're making sure you're going around the neck so the neck will be in the middle of the body. So the kiddo, the lucky kiddo that gets your doll, does not feel that weird neck poking against them while they're hugging it to sleep. And sometimes your quilting pins will try and break free. Just push them back in there. No big deal. Make sure I get it. This style of doll, I'm finding, you know, as I'm sewing this, because I'm also making this at the same time as you're making this as well. This is my first time making this doll pattern. I wanted it to be as honest as I possibly could when it came to making something. So that way, if I come across troubles, I can help you as I'm filming. In the event that you come across the same troubles I am. Does that make any sense at all? Sorry, a little bit sleep deprived. Okay, what I'm trying to do is, first, I'm trying not to poke the crap out of myself because that's the end of that needle. And second, I'm trying to fill in the shoulder area. This pin, you're fired. Okay, and I'm trying to fill in the shoulder area sufficiently. This may require a chopstick or two. Let me take that out. Because in order to do that, I have to get over that little piece of fabric for the arm. Because I like all of my body squishy. I'm sorry if I'm going a bit out of frame. Excuse you, Mr. Wool. Get it a bit stuffier. Okay, I'm gonna play with this a little bit more and I'll be right back. Okay, after sufficiently messing around with this is what I did. I'll explain to you exactly what I did. Okay, I went in through the neck to give it a little bit more stuffing in the shoulder so it wouldn't be so flat. And as you can see, I added a lot more pins. I pinned the neck in the front, on the sides, the back. So you can see where I can also put the pins on the arms to hold it in place. And I was able to sufficiently stuff it. And yeah, the neck somewhere in there, I can't show you because there's so much stuffing, because it's a baby and I like chubby babies, so. All right, so once you're done stuffing the body, your doll's gonna look like this. Creepy, faceless, and legless. So what you're gonna do is turn it upside down on its head again. Do it this way. And you're going to basically fold this over about 1/4 of an inch, the front edge of the body. And try and see if I can get it. And start pinning it into place. Because what we're going to do here is ladder stitch close the body and also use, you can also do it this way too. It's whatever makes you the most comfortable. Some people just leave that flat, bring this up, pin it that way, or you can bring the two seams together. Your choice. But we're only going to pin this right in the middle, leaving two openings for us to put in the legs on the sides. Seriously, wool. Stuff's just flying all over the place today. Okay. So I'm just putting the needle in, bringing it up, bringing it back down. If I can get it in there. Just so it can hold it into place. This pattern does not show where your leg placement should be. So you're gonna have to eyeball that yourself, just like I am about to. There's a little bit extra fabric on the side. You can actually get it closer if you want. Or you can just, I don't want to cut anything. So I'll just stuff the extra in there. Alright, so this is what you have now. It's pinned into place. And you're going to take one of your legs. Let me trim off this excess fabric here. Away from the doll. And the excess yarn. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to get the leg in there. And pin it into place. Do. If I can get it in there. It shouldn't be this hard. Alright, there we go. Alright, and you're going to pin it into place. So that it doesn't move while you're sewing it. Turn it upside down. See, it's become a little booty. That's so cute. All right, around this part. There we go. I may stuff a little bit more in the derriere area. Before I put on the other leg. I really do love a chubby baby. Okay. We have this little gap there that I gotta fill. Just a wee bit more. Just to fill that gap. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the same thing I just did to this leg. To this one. Trim off the excess everything. And then we're gonna see if this will be good placement for the legs. If not, then we'll just take them out and play around with it as much as we possibly can until we get the legs where it looks nice. But to help you out, I'm actually just lining it up to the very edge. This baby is all arm and legs. Itty bitty torso. Try and get this to stay in one spot. All right, get the top. Okay, let's see. Going around here, making sure everything is where it's supposed to go on the inside. Bring it up. All right. Ow. Really? Really, guy? I'm gonna stuff it a little bit more because it's a really big indentation. But it's starting to look like a baby. All arms and legs. Goodness. And it'll be in the, I guess what I was told is the frog position. That didn't sound very good. I'll be right back. Okay, so at this point, we have pinned all the body parts and pieces all together. And what we need to do now is stitch the body parts down. But I found a few YouTube videos that I'm going to link you to that shows you a much better, clearer, more defined way of explaining how to do these stitches than I can because that's how I learned. But I will tell you really quickly what stitches to use and where. All right. You are going to ladder stitch by hand using your doll skin tone thread. Whoops, sorry, it was attacking me. Using your doll skin tone thread and your hand sewing needle. And if you have beeswax, I would highly recommend you use a little bit of beeswax and pull your thread through it because that will strengthen your thread as you're doing this. So you're going to ladder stitch all around. Well, here you're going to start on the bottom when it comes to the legs. I know this is confusing. You're basically going to go in a figure 8 of sorts. So you're going to start here, go around. All this is ladder stitch, by the way. Start here, ladder stitch, ladder stitch, ladder stitch across the back, ladder stitch, ladder stitch, ladder stitch. And you can either continue to go ladder stitch this way or ladder stitch in reverse. It doesn't matter. Just ladder stitch, ladder stitch, ladder stitch. So you're going to start this leg all the way around. Whoops, sorry. All the way around. Then you're going to do the middle. Then you can go around this way, come around the front, tie off the end of your knot. For your arms, you are also going to ladder stitch around. But the way she shows it for her pattern is different. You can ladder stitch all the way around, and for your neck you can ladder stitch that as well, but for heads and necks I like a little bit more stability, so I'm a back stitch girl when it comes to the head, and I will post all those links down below to help you guys know what the heck I'm talking about when it comes to these hand stitches. But once you do all that, you'll have your baby, and we're gonna get on to doing the eyes and the hair. Oh yes, and the head, I'm sorry. You can whip stitch this down. You can ladder stitch this down. That's completely your preference. Just make sure it's down and secure before, so when it's time for us to put on the hair. And unless you want it bald, you still gotta do this anyway. But I'm just saying, who wants to give this to a baby with looking like that? But anyway, so yeah, ladder stitch across the legs and the bottom, ladder stitch the arms, back stitch the neck. And yeah, I'll see you when it's time for part 5. Bye. Oh wait, no, that's part 4. I'm so confused. So wait, is this part 3? Yes, this is part 3. I'm so confused. I'm sorry, my days are all sorts of mixed up. All right, I'll see you for part 4, which is adding the face, the eyes, which I know is a big deal, and the hair, which is another big deal. So excited.